Are you someone who is looking to unlock your financial growth in your career? If the answer to this question is yes, then stay connected till the end. And in this specific video, I'm going to share my views and thoughts on how it's convenient and easy to unlock the financial growth in your career. Hi friends, my name is Lalit Kumar Hundlani. I am a life and career coach, international best-selling author, and a corporate trainer. And in this particular video, I'm going to share a hack that can help make things easier for you. So stay connected till the end. Now, before I share the hack, let's consider a scenario. On an average, each one of us lives for an age of 75 years. And out of these 75 years, 30 precious years are spent struggling for finance, struggling for money. How does that make sense? Now, one of the reasons why we spend early part of our career, which is 20s or 30s, struggling is because there is a lack of clarity. Now, on one hand, most of us lack clarity of choosing the right career, and on the same side, we consider ourselves to be super intelligent, who know everything, who knew it all, and that's why we remain stuck. The realization comes in during the mid career when we hit the glass ceiling. We find that it's not really possible to grow forward from here. We can't really move upward. And that's where the realization struck in. In my coaching sessions with my client, that is where I can see most of the professionals are struggling. Now, how to get out of it? Now, to get out of it, it's essential to understand that you will be able to grow in your finance, in your wealth to the extent your career is going. Because your financial outcome, your financial net worth, or your wealth is an outcome of the work that you are doing. So, if your career is growing well, the chances are your wealth would be growing too. And if your career is not growing, that means your wealth of finances would be taking a hit too. So that the first part of the equation, that your financial growth has a direct correlation to your career. Now, when it comes to career growth, your growth depends upon how much you are able to grow personally. So if you are not growing personally, you are stuck at the same level where you were at 10-15 years ago, then the chances are you are repeatedly doing the same things. And if you are repeatedly doing the same thing, not really working on yourself, that means personally you are not growing. You can't just be growing in your career. So essentially what I'm trying to say, in order to grow in your finances, you need to grow in your career. And in order to grow in your career, you need to grow personally. Career, your finances is a reflection of who you are as a person. Now let's look at a 3I formula. It's a quick hack that can give you an understanding that how you can work on these elements. Now 3I, the first I stands for identity. Now identity means identifying who you are, identifying what is it that you want, identifying what is it that you need to do, and more importantly, why you should be doing it. So unless you know who you are, you won't be able to identify what is it that you should be doing as far as your work part is concerned. And unless you know what is it that you are going to do, you are not going to move forward. Once you have identified what is that you are supposed to be doing, the next element is identifying why you should be doing it. Money could be one reason, but is there something beyond money? Do you enjoy the work that you have chosen for yourself, that career that you have chosen for yourself? Even if it doesn't pays you for some amount of time, will you be able to continue with that same kind of work for slightly long duration? You need to answer these questions for yourself, because that is something which is going to define your identity. For example, for me as a coach, as a mentor, I really like giving value to the people. It gives me immense pleasure when people get clarity when I am interacting with them. Now, I do some sessions where I don't charge people and I give them the clarity. So although I'm not getting paid for those one-to-one sessions, but still I feel good. Why? Because people are getting clarity, and that is something which is giving me happiness and joy. For example, I like creating content. So contents like this I'm creating, I don't get paid for this. This is free, the stuff I am doing, and it involves a lot of time. But the reason I am able to do it consistently because this is something I enjoy. So this is what you need to do, that you need to identify what is it that you need to do and why you need to do it. So that forms a core of your identity, which is the first I. Second I is improve. Now, once you have identified what is it that you need to be doing and you start doing it, you will reach a point where you need to continuously improvise. You can't be doing the same thing and expecting the results to improve. That's simply not possible. So that's the second stage where you need to identify what is it that you need to improve. Now, improvisation may require some addition into your hard skills. That means the technical skill set that is required for your job, for your business, for your career, that needs to be improved upon. Or maybe you have good hang of the technical knowledge and the hard skills, but it's soft skills part, it's your personality part where you need to work upon. So identify what is it that you need to work upon, because once you are able to do that, then you will be able to upskill yourself in terms of getting new skills, working on them, and then you are able to move forward. So that's the second step, which is I for improve. And the third and the final step is I for implement. Once you have identified what skills you need to improve upon, you start working on those skills and you get those skills, you acquire those skills, your learning part is complete. Then the final part requires you to go ahead and implement those skills. Because if you don't implement, then the chances are you will be forgetting those skills sooner. And what good is a learning if you are unable to apply it? So you may learn driving a car, but unless you are going to drive the car personally, you are not going to be getting mastery at it. So you may get a license, you may know, you may say that, yes, I know driving, but unless you practice it, unless you implement it, it's not going to take you forward. So the third and the most final step is whatever skills now you have acquired, you go ahead and implement at your work, at your job, and see the results coming through. So that's the third and the final step. So just to summarize, the first I of the 3I process or 3I formula is identity or identify, that which requires you to find what is it that you need to do and why is it need to do. And to identify those things, you need to understand who are you. So once you know yourself, you know what is it that you can do, what is it that you are good at, and then you need to define why you should be doing that work. Second is I for improve, which requires you to take stock of what is it that you are doing currently, what are the expectations, how things are changing, how scenarios are changing, so that you identify the skill gap, go ahead and work on those elements to improve upon your skills. Those could be hard skills or soft skills. And the third I is implement. Once you have got the necessary skills, you have upskilled yourself, go ahead and implement those things. So this is the formula which you can use to unlock your financial growth in your career. How do you find this formula? I would love to know your feedback in comments. And if you are someone who is willing to work on yourself and would like to take my services as a mentor and a coach, I would like to invite you. In the description, you can find my link. You can schedule appointment with me where we will be able to assess your requirement and see if I can help you. And also, I'm going to share the next slide where you can see what all services I offer. And in case you would like to avail any of these services, I would be happy to help you. So thanks, take care, and I will be back soon with new video shortly.